There are two things that I'm having a hard time coming to grips with right now. The probability that I'm never going to use all my Bed Bath & Beyond coupons, and that I have a serious problem when it comes to effects pedals, guitar effects pedals specifically. We all know them, we all love them, but I'm going to talk a little bit about my issues with guitar pedals today. Number one issue, I want to use them all, but I'm so disorganized. In fact, really quick, let's just take a look at what I'm dealing with currently. Okay, here we go. The state of Sean Daniels pedals. Pedal board, kind of, number one. Oh, my favorite pedals, all the Walrus. This is a great trio. The Juliana, the Slow, and the ARP 87. Just kind of loose around there. Here's the That Young Chi pedal, which I was absolutely in love with. Now it's just kind of on this board with the Atos power supply and the Empress compressor, which is the best in class. Also, just an action figure, because, you know, why not? Cables everywhere. Oh, let's go up. Oh, here's the pedals I was shooting out the other day. I got the Fuzz Factory, the Eras and the Ages, the Strymon Deco, which I used to have on like every single thing that I ever recorded. Now it's just sitting here loosely on top of an amp. Going up. Oh, wait, no. Here's the Moon Pool and a Fender pedal. I don't even remember if I've ever used this one. The Marine Layer Reverb. Yep, no recollection of where that came from. Moving on into a mess of cables. Here's the Core Headrush, the actual thing that I perform with live, which has all the pedals built in, thus nullifying everything else in the room. Oh, look at this, another haphazardly assembled pedal board with the Micropog, the Chase Bliss Womb Tone Phaser, MXR. This is like one of the first two pedals I ever bought. I got the Carbon Copy and the Big Muff at the same time when I worked at Guitar Center. RIP, Sweetwater, Team Sweetwater represent now. The Minim, MXR clone, you just got a looper pedal just sitting loose. White Cap, dual tremolo, Palisades, distortion, overdrive. This is actually awesome. I kind of want to plug that in. Just another power supply, which is now a stand for a light that used to be underneath that pedal board. Best looper in the game right there, Pigtronics Infinity 3. Oh, these are the new ones. These are the Red Witch pedals. Those are cool. I did a video on those last month. I was like, I'll never take these off my pedal board. Now they're just sitting in a corner on top of other stuff. And then the Cooper Effects Outward, which I actually did a whole Christmas album with this. That's what I remember that. What's on there? Oh, another pedal board with a Rockboard power supply. I've got the Philosopher's Tone too. That's actually pretty sick. I always have whammy ambitions that I never fulfill, but there it is. And then just a Tonex pedal, because what am I doing? I'm capturing the amp tone of the shag carpeting underneath the plantation shutters. Oh, what's this? More pedals! Here we go. We got the Strymon Timeline. We got the EHX Oceans 12. This is actually like a pretty cool Vintiverb from like one of Donner's things. Looks like a Boss foot switch. Another Walrus distortion pedal, don't even remember what that does. Some more Pigtronic stuff. Oh, the Rex. Some kind of boutique stuff. This cool little Walrus boost thing. Neo clone. Oh my god, I think I got this off of Temu last year. I don't even remember. What else is that? I'm exhausted, but yeah, this is it. Second biggest issue I have is I don't ever want to be bending over messing with stuff. Now, I know that people have those desk setups where they like lift their giant pedal board on there and they tweak the knobs and stuff like that. I feel like I already have so many pedals, I don't remember what everything does. I need them right in front of my face to actually adjust them. And I want to get the sound quickly, right? And I feel like when I love the variety of the pedals, and like I said, I want to use all of them. I think they all have a different kind of like life and analog feel to them. It's difficult to do when you're always bending over, standing up playing guitar, right? The other issue I have is I never ever want to use any of them live. I've been doing like a lot of performance stuff lately, and I just really love my Core Headrush for that. Testify to the A side of style. Because I can plug the microphone in. Everything is saved. I don't have to worry about accidentally twisting like a knob or anything like that. I think the sneaky thing is recording and being creative and trying to find sounds is so much different than executing those sounds live, right? I just want to be able to plug and play and do it. Also, I think something we don't talk enough about creativity is when you're writing, I think it's just kind of like a raw thing. And the writing of something is totally different than capturing the sound of something. I was just rehearsing with Jack again because we're doing this like rock album. So I'm doing these kind of vlogs, walking people through it and showing people how to do stuff.
Verse and chorus.
Yeah, so maybe just one time through on the full verse and chorus. I'll nod at you.
Alright, so ready?
I just really want it to be just the amp when I'm just like writing the song and tracking it, right? So I think one thing that has solved a lot of these problems is thanks to the sponsor of this video, Sweetwater, as always, hooking it up. I'm using the Freqport, okay? So what this is, this allows you to use your pedals as plugins in your DAW, all right? Had no idea this existed. This is awesome, right? Like a lot of times you may have seen people use like patch bays and stuff to route like inserts and hardware and, you know, using guitar pedals that way. This is awesome because it actually just plugs into your computer. It handles any latency issues and you just open it up like any kind of other effects plugin in your DAW. So what I'm using this for and what I'm really enjoying this for is tracking stuff live, clean, and then coming in later and using the best parts about all these pedals, kind of like using the analog life of them and just getting like cool sounds that I wouldn't be able to get on like a multi-effects pedal. And then the cool thing is with like, you know, a lot of these other things, like you can capture a lot of stuff, do like amp captures, and then tweak the creative part of what you're doing live, and then just kind of rip it and put it into your multi-effects pedal later so you can actually do the performance a little bit easier without having to worry about bringing these stuff out into the wild, right? That's probably my favorite part. So I want to show you how this Freqport works real quick because, like I said, I'm tracking the song. So first I tracked the main guitar just straight up with the Shure Nexadyne on the Mesa Cab. I think that's what I decided is like the most faithful recreation of the sound that I'm hearing. That Shure Nexadyne mic is awesome too, by the way. I'll have affiliate links for all the stuff in the description if you guys are interested. And then I'm gonna play it again clean, and I wanna put the clean one through some of the pedals after the fact to see what sits better. All right, so now basically how you would use this is you would set this up most traditionally, I think, just on a bus and then route everything through the pedals from your bus and your DW. I just have the clean version of this guitar, just a piece of audio right here, right? So now I'm just gonna bring up the Freqport plugin, okay? This is it, it looks like this. All I have to do is, I know that I'm in port 3 right here, so I'm just gonna enable port 3. And now when you hear the audio, it's gonna be going through my Earthquaker device's Palisades pedal, right? So as soon as I can turn the pedal on, and I can dial it in the pedal, just like actually using it like a real person who has good eyesight and can see what the knobs do. This is like such a game changer for me. I want to do a few more examples of this, right? Let's take the drums and run it through probably my favorite pedal, which is the Strymon Deco. Loves this thing, this is awesome. I'm just gonna do a mono one real quick. The other cool thing about this is you can actually like take pictures of these and put them in the plugin, and then you'll actually see the picture of your pedal when you start to use it as a plugin. So it's fantastic. So let's hear the drums by themselves, and then the drums through the Strymon Deco pedal. And now the most important thing for me is using them on my vocals. I've always wanted to use guitar pedals on vocals just because I think my rock voice lends itself to like having a lot of distortion on it, so you can't really hear the actual tone of it, which is another reason I love that Headrush pedal, because they have a lot of cool features with that. But I'm gonna run my vocals now through the Palisades and see if we can get like a cool sound. And I'm just gonna solo it so you hear exactly what it's doing.
I see things in the corner of my mind. I see things in the corner of my eye.
And And the cool thing is you can also use it with other plugins, right? So I can have the Palisades pedal on here, and then I can put like an Arturia delay right after it.
In the corner of my eye,
It's awesome.
I feel you in the darkness of my mind. I see things in the corner of my eye.
How good does that sound?
I feel you in the darkness of my mind. I see things in.
That's it. That's for sure the sound that I wanted.
I see things in the corner of my eye. I feel you in the darkness of my mind. Blur the lines between what's real and the machine. The system's working.
Even aside from just using pedals, you can use the Freqport as just adding 4 channels to your existing interface. Again, you can use so there's 4 ports, right? What happens is that there's 4 ins and 4 outs, okay? So the out on the Freqport goes into the in on the pedal, and the out on the pedal goes into the in on the Freqport, and then it just shows up as a plugin, like I said. You can do stereo plugins. You can do 2 stereo pedals, right? Because there's 4 channels. You could do 4 mono pedals, or I think what I'm eventually going to have this just set up to always be ready as is just 1 stereo send and then 2 monos. And guys, I really have to say, like, there's just something that is so satisfying about going back and forth and actually just using the analog goodness of what is essentially outboard gear, but not having to worry about bending over. I think really the thing that I've learned from shooting this video is I just don't like bending over and messing with pedals. Can we normalize having waist level pedal boards? Maybe that's a $1 million business idea. Sweetwater, get on that. That's probably way better. I don't need to be stepping on stuff. I never can see it live anyway. But anyways, I'll have affiliate links to all this stuff. Thank you so much to Sweetwater for sending over the Freqport. This is something that will always be in my rig forever and always now. And it is, I think, all things considered, it's a pretty great price too. So thank you to them. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions and comments, let me know in the comment section, Instagram, or the website, and I will keep the vlogs coming. Let me know what you think.